the Pittsburgh Steelers, taking on Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns.
It's time for the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are in a city that sure had its share of memorable playoff games in the past. Pittsburgh, PA at Heinz Field. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Steelers take over first and 10.
Here are the Steelers making their way out, and with their longtime starter, Ben Roethlisberger, leading the way.
And this is one of the great... stories of the NFL 2020 season, now into the playoff season. Ben Roethlisberger coming back from elbow surgery in 2019, hurt in the second game of the season. Not only did he make it back, he made it all the way back and took his team back to the playoffs. Big Ben, very tough in the playoff situations. 13-8 in his career, including 2 Super Bowl titles, but you have to go back to 2016 to record his last playoff victory. He's trying to get back in the win column again in this one.
Still going. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Chase Claypool, the intended target. And that'll make it third down. And, Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
This is taken at the 15. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Browns will take over first and 10. Here come the Browns on offense with Baker Mayfield, the former #1 overall pick at quarterback.
And, of course, this is his first start in the playoffs in his young career here in year 3. A little bit of an up-and-down start to his NFL career. But it all came together this season, and he rallied his team to the playoffs. And here's a great opportunity to go out and win not just one game, but a lot of games. No guarantees that you get back to the playoffs again in the future. He wants to take advantage of it right now.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
At the 31. A 3-yard pickup. And it's third down.
On third down, Mayfield. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a gain of 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 44. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
With the give to Nick.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On second and 11 now. Mayfield. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal.
Second and goal. At the Steelers' 7-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Complete to
Donovan Peoples-Jones there to make the grab as his guys are on the board first here tonight. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more.
To put it mildly.
Steelers.
Parkey with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Steelers take over first and 10. At their own 21-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again, and that'll bring up second down.
Makes it second and 10 at the 21-yard.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And hitting Juju on the slant.
Roethlisberger's pass.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations.
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And I think the Browns got it. They did. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it is cold.
And it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize.
2nd and short now following the fumble. Now it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Mayfield on 1st down. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
The tackle made by Joe.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
1st down.
Mayfield on play action.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they had planned for this and worked hard to make it happen. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
Intercepted.
The 3rd quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The ball carrier.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Kareem Hunt, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 36-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this 2nd half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game. Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Time for the Steelers. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A run for Nick Chubb. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
By Alex Highsmith. A gain of 6 yards. And it's third.
They run it again with Chubb. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
Williams on the tackle.
It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Steelers 40-yard.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18. A good pickup there, a 22.
First down, Cleveland.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown.
An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. To return, it's Cam Sutton. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the first down sack. Roethlisberger completing it to the right side. Johnson. He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's Roethlisberger. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
By Myles Garrett.
Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll run with Chubb. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the night, and the Browns add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
It's good, and it's 21-10. A drive there of just 4 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Sheldon Richardson busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And his pass incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And again, it's Chubb. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Game in hand, the offense takes the knee.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he takes this one in for a Brown score.
Touchdown.
A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel, make sure they get their security deposit back.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
Chase Claypool.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Steelers.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw.
Well, I can put my defense.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett, his 2nd sack of the night.
6-yard line.
Gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.